and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases. That time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that old outlaw, Waylon Jennings. It is the weekly purchases, and a decent amount of stuff this week. Not one of the biggest weeks, and that's okay. As I've said the last couple of weeks, still digging out of all the San Diego Comic-Con stuff. So much stuff to unbox, so little time. You guys know how it goes by now. And you also know about the sponsor of course, the weekly purchases. It is Jay'sToysAndGames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15%. Shout out to Jay's. Went to Jay's. You'll see some of that stuff later on in this very video here. It's also the month of September, which means new giveaway on the Patreon. And this month, we're giving away NECA, Universal Monsters, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Casey Jones, Raphael, Phantom of the Opera, and the Wolfman. One of the Patreon members will win this one. Check out the Patreon for all the details. And of course, don't forget YouTube channel memberships. You get all kinds of stuff, bonus videos, early access to content, monthly Q&As, monthly videos, a lot of fun stuff going on over the Patreon. And best of all, best way to support the channel. And another way to support the channel, I guess, is a brand new sponsor to the channel here this week. It is Amped Apparel, link in the description down below. A lot of people ask about, Kyle, where do you get these music shirts? Where do you get some of your shirts? Well, this is one of the places I do get some of my shirts from. And they are available over there with, of course, discount code Kyle to save yourself 20%. Got to get a deal out there. Link in the description down below. Amped Apparel is the one, but 20%, nothing to sneeze at. And as of right now, filming, they're giving away free shipping. So got to get a deal even more so there with free shipping and 20% off. Got to get a deal. It's not just a motto. It's something I live by. And I'm going to pick up a couple of shirts with my 20% off coupon and to get free shipping once again. So shout out to Amped Apparel for sponsoring the Kyle Peterson videos and channel and all that kind of fun stuff. We also got a podcast. You guys know that, The Kyle Peterson Show, each and every single Tuesday. Available right now for Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. The episode that drops on Tuesday, it's an all-timer if there ever was one. Poor Angie having a rough go there. We did a little taste test there, and Angie about puked multiple times on this episode, like legit almost threw up. If you could have seen her skin, the bumps on her skin, how grossed out she was, it'd blow you away. So check that out. It is the special 25th episode, so we do a little extra Q&A. But it is the Kyle Peterson Show. Wherever podcasts are found, video cast on YouTube. Check it out. Give it a like. Give it a share. All that kind of fun stuff. Check it out wherever podcasts are found with video cast, of course, on YouTube. So that's a little bit of the housekeeping there. This weekend, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I got some work trips next week. Got a big convention I got to go to out of town, so I'll be there next week. Hopefully tonight, as I'm filming this at least, good friend of the channel, Dr. Z, of course, Dana Gould is the actor behind the mask, but Dr. Z from Planet of the Apes. Yes, Planet of the Apes, Todd McFarlane. I'm going to go to his live talk show tonight, so I'm very excited for that. Huge Dr. Z guy, so very cool to see him live in person. Going to be going to that tonight. As long as the stars align and nothing weird happens, I am planning on going that tonight. So we'll see where that ends up going. But that should be a lot of fun. Check out Dr. Z's YouTube channel. All kinds of great stuff over there. But that's really it as far as weekly purchases. No real housekeeping going on. But we do got to bring in my wife, the vivacious, yeah, you're right, Todd McFarlane, the vivacious Angie, because it is time for the question of the week. All right, time for question of the week, and something's missing here for the question of the week. It is my wife, Angie. Angie said, it's too late. I'm too tired. I can't do the question of the week this week. We had a long day. We had a long night. Just getting home now. It is late in the evening, and she said, I am going to bed. You could do the question without me. And then she said, wait, what is the question? And then I read her the question, and she said, yeah, you could do it without me. So unfortunately, Angie not in on the question of the week here, but we're going to do it anyways. You guys know me. I always show up and show out, or at least I try to here. But the question this week comes from Mike Dunn M9U. And if you want to be the question of the week, put it in the comments down below. But Mike's question this week, it says cow. And I presume that means Kyle, but I've been called a cow a few times in my life. Tom Farley, remember that one time I was the Kemp's? I don't know if you guys ever heard of Kemp's ice cream. It's a brand. I was the Kemp's cow, of course, at the grocery store once upon a time. I took my helmet off. It was super hot out in the summertime. It was super hot out, and I took the helmet off trying to wipe the sweat off my face. There was like a 4-year-old kid that just absolutely lost his mind because he'd just seen a cow man, I guess. I don't know, but it was quite the adventure. But Mike Dunn does say, Cal, who are your top 5 WWE tag teams of all time? Now, WWE only, I guess, is what this is, which I'm going to put the WWF into this as well. I think it's all encompassing. But as far as WWE goes, WWF goes, I think it's pretty easy for me. Angie did say, though, she said, I want to let everybody know, Kyle, just let everybody know that she loves those fabulous Rougeau brothers, those all-American boys. She said the Rougeau brothers. Maybe I just made that up. Maybe not. You'll never know. You'll never know. But we do got 5 tag teams for me. And in no particular order right here, we're going Power and Glory. Power and Glory, Hercules, Paul Roma. Not the greatest by themselves, especially Paul Roma. But you put those two together, you get that amazing finishing move. Absolutely a game changer. I really think there was a lot of meat on the bone that never got used for the WWF back in the day with Power and Glory. Would have loved to see them have a run with the tag team titles. Wasn't meant to be. I'm going to go British Bulldogs a little bit before my time. I was getting into wrestling right as they were breaking up or basically had broken up. But I do like the Bulldogs, going back to what I saw of the Bulldogs later in life, of course. Can't miss the Hart Foundation, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Bret Hitman Hart. Absolutely amazing. Game changer tag team, of course. Now, there's a lot of cool tag teams like Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie. That's a great one, but I'm putting real tag teams in here. I don't like those mix mash thrown together type stuff. You know, Power and Glory felt like a tag team, even though it was Hercules and Paul Roma. Terry Funk and Mankind, Terry Funk, Cactus Jack just felt kind of like, yeah, they're friends, they're together, they're enemies. Whatever. I think you know what I mean when I'm defining tag teams right here. Hart Foundation, though, a great tag team, of course. Demolition, face paint. You got me there, brother. I love some face paint, so definitely Demolition. And then, of course, you can't have Demolition without the Legion of Doom. That would be my favorite tag team of all time. The Road Warriors, of course. So that's an easy top 5 for me. So that is Question of the Week. If you want to be Question of the Week, once again, put it in the comments down below. But I do get to, since I'm doing this video so late, I filmed the rest of this video. I did get a mail delivery when I just got home, and I got quite the mail delivery today. So I said, you know what? Let's add it to the weekly purchases. So this is round 1, but kind of round 2. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. But I did get my order from Ringside. I did get Mariah May, the brand new AEW line, of course, Unrivaled. Jack Perry, don't call him Jungle Boy, but I probably will 10 times in the unboxing. Got old Jack Perry right there. Samoa Joe. No more baby hands for old Samoa Joe. We got full-size adult hands this time. Good for him right there. Not done. Mark Briscoe returns to the line here. Not just for Ring of Honor figures anymore. We're getting the AW Mark Briscoe. How about good friend of the channel, Double J, Jeff Jarrett? I'm here for this. I'm very excited about this one. Could be the most excited about this one, actually. And then Okada coming in the main line. Of course, we did unbox his deluxe version. Shop AEW one on the channel. Got Okada right there, but we're not done. Blood and Guts, you know I'm here for that. I got to pick up another one of these. I forgot this was coming out. It's been so long, it feels like. I don't know. What is time? What is pre-orders anymore? But definitely going to have to get another one of these for my collection, as I do have all the Blood and Guts mint on card, but I will be unboxing this one on the channel. And we're not done there. Got a special delivery from another good friend of the channel, a guy that sat here once upon a time. Good friend, Matt Cardona. I got a few things through the door. Got a little Major Bendy right here. I believe this is merch stand exclusive you can only get at a show. So check that out right there, Matt Cardona special. But what he did send on is something very, very cool. I will unbox these on the channel together. I got 3 versions here. It is the Ghostbuster inspired. Of course, he's worn the Ghostbuster gear a time or two, but it is inspired by the old school Kenner Ghostbuster figures. It is one Matt Cardona in his Ghostbuster getup. You got a regular version there. You get, I guess, a chase variant right here with a different weapon, looking very good. And the one that makes me pretty excited here, the bloody version. Very, very cool. So these are coming to collectmajor.com. Actually, it says Collect Major on the back, but I think these are going to be sold by Matt Cardona himself. And right now, I think you can get them on his Whatnots, I believe, every single Monday. Check that out. Tell him Kyle sent you, of course. But we will dive into those on the channel, so stay tuned for that, of course, as well. And then we're going to finish off this round of weekly purchases with a little pickup from old friends DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save 8% off your entire order. Hot off the truck, X-Men 97, Cable, oh baby, playing all the hits right there. How about a little Sunspot? I know Sunspot more from his X-Force time personally, but we got Sunspot there. How about Morph, a favorite of many, as we do know. And the hits keep on coming. Oh, this is an amazing one. Probably one of my all-time favorite Wolverine figures from the Toy Biz days. It is Wolverine in his flannel and jacket. Canadian Wolverine, going full Canadian on this one, wearing it on his sleeves. And last but certainly least, Jubilee, part of X-Men 97. Just missing Emma Frost from this wave. But very happy to get these in, of course, for sale right now, DJC Collectibles, if you need them in your collection. So there it is, round number 1, round number 2 of weekly purchases. Right, time for weekly purchases, and only one round of weekly purchases this week, but we got some good stuff coming through the door, and we're going to dive in with a personal favorite of mine. You guys know one of my absolute favorite bands, especially current day, modern day bands, is the band Night Demon. Heck, they even wrote the theme song for my channel. Well, I am very happy to announce, and not necessarily announce, but happy to get through the door this week, the brand new Eugene Night Demon figures here from the Curse of the Damned album artwork. Got 2 copies of this, one for mint on card, one to unbox here on the channel. Very excited to dive into these, very excited to have these in my collection, and very cool for the band Night Demon, of course. Support Night Demon, pick up these figures, and actually you can get them at jaystoysandgames.com. Use code Kyle, save yourself 15%. Support Night Demon. Very, very cool here. Very excited to see where this line goes. It sounds like, I'm just reading between the lines, that they're going to dive in and do figures from each album. So that should be pretty fun. But Night Demon, check out the review on the channel. Pick them up over at jaystoysandgames.com. Even did a little spot for Jays for these figures. I was very excited they were coming in. Had to go there for all the excitement, of course. So check out Night Demon at jaystoysandgames.com. Use code Kyle, save 15%. But speaking of Jay's Toys and Games, I did pick up over there this week Wendy Chu. They got this through the door. Unfortunately, no chases in their stock, but I did get the regular edition right there. Or I guess this could be the chase edition. I'm not sure which is which, I guess, at this point. They only had one of them. And I feel like this bad guy one or the bad girl one is the chase. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. But I also picked up Mr. John Cena. I think that is the regular edition now that I think of it. Also picked up John Cena, a little main event action with one of the new t-shirts there. Always cool to see that. And it's truly Tiffy time in the main event series with Tiffany Stratton. I did pick those up over at Jay's, as I did say. And speaking of Jay's, also picked up this one. Can't wait to unbox this. Captain America and Venom, of course, from the Gamerverse once again. A lot of Gamerverse unboxings on the channel as of late. Pick that up over there at Jay's Toys and Games. Once again, got to save yourself 15%. You know how it goes from there. This one, though, I did pick up from Amazon, and we already unboxed it on the channel. Wolverine versus the Silver Samurai. Check out the video if you did miss that. And now I got a crazy one here. Now, this is an interesting one I picked up this week. It was almost too good to be true. I usually do not look through Facebook Marketplace. I know a lot of people look for deals, look for stuff there. I don't do that. But Facebook, for whatever reason, recommended this to me. I looked at it. I said, no way, is this actually true? Well, guess what it is, because I went and picked it up this week for $40. I picked up the Sting Chase Edition, of course, AEW. So for $40 on Facebook Marketplace, couldn't pass that up. I think somebody didn't know exactly what they had. And it's going to a good home, as you know. Now, we did unbox this on the channel once upon a time, but I've been desperately searching for a mint on card version for my collection, but I didn't want to pay $100+ $40, I am cool with that. Couldn't pay that fast enough. So shout out to Facebook Marketplace for the first time ever. Who knows? And also, shout out to PMI Toys. Now, we've got these UFC figures in the past. They sent me another one here. Noche UFC. This little box set here, limited to 1,000, a Walmart exclusive like the rest of this line here. But they did send this my way, so kudos to them. And like I said, one of 1,000 here. Check out Noche UFC. It might even be last night, maybe? I can't remember when it was, but this is the pack that goes with it. Walmart exclusive. Thank you to PMI Toys for sending it in my direction. Not done with wrestling either this week. KWK through the door this week, the latest and greatest. I'm excited for this one here. It is a bit of a deep cut in this day and age, but it is Ox Baker. 2 different versions here, the black and got the red. I'm very excited to dive into this. I love my wrestling history, and a guy like Ox Baker does not have enough action figures. I think we got an OSFTM once upon a time, I believe, but that'll be the second time around for Ox Baker here. But I wasn't done. Sean over there was nice enough to send me a couple of prototype editions of this one. As I was so excited for it, he sent them on my way here. So very cool to get these in the collection as well. So I will unbox these two. We'll talk about all four of them on the channel at the same time. So stay tuned to that channel. I still got to unbox the Barry Horowitz we got last week. I was on the road a little bit this week, and I'll be on the road next week, but I'll get around to it. I always do. So look for 2 different KWK unboxings on the channel in the next week or so. Not done with our friends over there at Jay's Toys and Games either. I did pick up the Mythic Legion Silver Knight, hot off the truck over there. Grab this one over at Jay's, save 15% as usual. Just came in stock as of Friday. So if you're after a Silver Knight, you're looking for an army builder, you know what to do. You know what to do. And we're not done. I did pick this one up. Probably unbox this on Thanksgiving Day, just like we did last year with the previous version. No leftovers version here of course, John Carver from the Thanksgiving movie. So did get that from Jay's as well. And then I did get another big one from Jay's. And this one I said I wasn't going to buy. I said I wasn't going to go down the line, but they caught me at a weak moment. They said, hey, we got a damaged packaging one. Maybe that would interest you. And I said, oh my gosh. Caught me at a weak moment. Picked it up there while I was picking up the Night Demon figures. It is Mondo. It is Ghostbusters. It is Peter Venkman and Slimer. Now, it does not have the Ghost. This is the regular edition, but I said, you know what? I'll just get the 4 regular Ghostbusters. See how I could be turned Todd McFarlane? I'm just going to get the 4 regular Ghostbusters, and I'm going to go from there. So that's my plan as of right now. Did get that over at Jay's. I think they got one left, so if you want to save 15% on your Peter Venkman, head over to jaystoysandgames.com. And last but not least this week, Amazon had that flash sale with coupon. It was like $50, $52, something like that. And I actually had Amazon gift card reward points from the Amazon credit card, whatever you want to call it. So I ended up getting this for free. It's not really free, but it felt free. It felt free. So I got another Bam Bam Bigelow Big Boss Man set. Had to get this one as I want to display some different looks on these guys as well. Now remember last week we got the Coliseum Collection, Honky Tonk Man and Ultimate Warrior came right before I filmed weekly purchases. So I did unbox that on the channel. Check out that review if you missed it. A very fun set. And have to imagine Warrior and Honky, probably 2 top 10 Ultimates for 2025 for me personally. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. But speaking of where it goes, I think that's it. That's it for everything new this week. That is the weekly purchases. Be interested to hear what you picked up this week. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support the channel. You guys know that by now. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show, of course, at gmail.com. And that is also the name of the podcast. Make sure you're checking out the Kyle Peterson Show each and every Tuesday or early for Patreon, YouTube channel members, of course, wherever podcasts are found with videocast on YouTube. And check out my 2 books, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers, and don't forget The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, both available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble as we speak. So for another round of weekly purchases, you know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
I'm solid gold.